So my son is off to Texas Tech and he took the Mustang with him. So in the meantime, I'm trying to source some parts to convert it from automatic to manual. So I went out to a junkyard trying to source some clutch pedals because you can't find them online. But as you could tell, there's not very many Foxbodies left in the junkyard nowadays. And if you're lucky enough to find one, this is the condition you usually get. Not very nice. No pedals in there, by the way. But I did happen upon this Fairmont in the junkyard, and I decided to take a look at it just because I know it's a Foxbody platform. But I was pretty sure it didn't have Fairmonts weren't, manual. So I looked inside, and of course saw the automatic gear shift handle, and all right. So I just started looking around at other things. That's when I noticed the hole in the floorboard. Someone had converted it to a manual, and of course that's the Foxbody pedal assembly. That's exactly what I was looking for. Can't believe I found it in a Fairmont, but hey, okay. So I went to grab it and took it home. Thank you, Fairmont Project. Parts of you will live on. So here's the prize, but it's pretty rusty. I mean, it's surface rust. It's not that bad, but I wanted to remove it, and so I had an idea on how to do it. I like how it had two sets of junkyard markings on there, so it was pulled from a junkyard before and then again today, or the day that I took this out.
All the Mustangs I saw at the junkyard were automatics, but there was this Foxbody station wagon that someone converted from automatic to manual, and it had this pedal assembly in there, which is awesome. So I got it for like 30 bucks, and of course it was all rusted. I have a picture of it, and so I was like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and remove the rust with some vinegar. Not here. Oh, sorry. So I got some white vinegar. I got a bucket, and I was just going to place this in the bucket with the vinegar, maybe add a little bit of water, submerge it, and but then I saw on YouTube this guy was using paper towels, soaking it down, wrapping it like a paper mache, and then you finish it off with some steel wool, and it comes off. So that's what I'm going to try, and that way I'm only using this much of vinegar, which I was going to use the whole thing before. So I'm going to try this, wrap up these so I could paint them, get the rust off. Yep, and go from there. Oh, paper mache it. You get the idea. Alright, it's been a few hours. It's still wet. Let me pour some more on there. The next day, and it's still wet. I might wet it down some more. Overnight. This was left overnight. Okay, so I took off the wrapping that was on it overnight, and it's still pretty damp. I did wet it once this morning, but yeah, it still pretty much looks the same. But supposedly now it's real easy to wipe off, so now I'm going to get a Brillo pad and just scrape it across and see what it does. Let's go ahead and go. Yeah, it is coming off a lot easier now. Alright, I guess I could work with that. Alright, I'm going to call that done. So I'm gonna let these dry up and get some paint on it. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Perfect sometimes is the enemy of done. So I wanted to try it that way of removing rust with the paper towels, and it's actually not too bad. I would probably do it again if I was kind of running low on supplies. Of course, vinegar is pretty cheap, so you could buy a couple of gallons and just submerge it. All cleaned up now. So that'll look a lot better, even though I'll never see it since it's under the dash. And there we go. Much better.